instead of pressing. Hello, um, my name is Amy, and I am a UX designer at the very beginning of it. So I just thought it would be good to try something like share my content by like sharing my thought process when I'm designing. So this is some work for some company that I am working for, and I am creating. This is called a paper wireframe that I created and reviewed several before I decided to land on this. So let me reduce this music. So we're going to try and create a low fidelity prototype wireframe, okay, for it, for this cut page, and then we'll also create others, but I will not record those ones. And like I'll just show the whole process until when I get to high fidelity. So let's start. You come to this icon here called frame, you select, and then you choose the frame you want. You can choose for phones, for tablets, desktop, whatever you want. This is the one that I'm using. This is the one that I'm using. So for beginners, I would advise, because I'm also a beginner, to use the layout grid. It will really help you in putting your stuff properly. I'm going to increase the zoom so that we can be closer while we're creating it. And then, so we're going to start with, as you can see here at the top, I have states. The states, like someone has selected the item that they wanted, and now they're in the cart, and then after the cart they'll be going to the billing, and also in the billing we'll have other states, just so that the customer can see the progress. That's always good for user experience. So we'll start with those states. So I had already done some work where I created some. Did I create my states? Yeah, I did, but okay, it's not open right now. I can just create the states for here. So I chose the ellipsis, and then if you want to make a perfect circle, press shift and then drag it. It will always make a perfect circle for you. So that would be one state, and then I can just copy and paste it so that we make like 3 states. Since this is a low fidelity prototype, I mean like wireframe, don't stress about colors, putting correct fonts and everything. You just want to put some sort of layout to how the Nini will be. So the first step, since like the first step is selecting their juice or whatever they wanted, because this is a Nini, I had already created some part here that I had the icon. So I'm just going to copy and come and paste it in this frame, and then you can put it, that this is going to be the first one. The second one is going to be the cat. I also have a cat icon. These icons, I got them from Material Design. You can just search material.io on Google. It's a Google design system that it's really helpful, because you don't have to create all these things by yourself. You can easily use these icons for free. This one I got it from Icons 8. You can also, it's also some link for icons. Let me show you how it looks. This is the link, icons8.com. It gives you a lot of good resources for icons, also illustrations for free, but you also have to give them like credits. So be careful to do that. And then the next step here will be billing. This is going to be a very long video. The next will be billing. I don't have a bill icon here, but I have a bill icon somewhere. This is the video. I have a bill icon somewhere. It's here. It's here. It's here. So just ignore this. No, I wasn't meant to show this, but this is just like some other work, but I'm just too tired to just go find a new one right now. I'm just too tired. I'm not going to do it. I'll just take the one that is close by. This is my daily UI challenges that I do. I'm trying to get this icon here, and it will not come to mommy. Let's find it here. Not that one. Not that one. You can say I got them from icons 8. Oh God, which one is it? Jesus, I cannot find it. There, I found it. Payment. Copy it and then just go to where I need it and paste it. Oh crap. I mean, you can just put it. These are just for sure right now. You can. The good thing about these icons, not the icons 8, the icons 8 are like images, but the icons from material design, you can change their color. Like, look at this. I can go to the select and then I can make it brown or something. You see, it's going. You make it red. So I just want it to be black for now. So that's another advantage of using them. And then we'll also need like 2 lines between this. Okay, these lines are tiny. Jesus. I need you to get bigger and do it. Just make a new line because this one is just playing games. You can press shift and then stretch it so that the line can come like straight kabisa. Completely straight. I'm Kenyan. I'm going to be speaking some Swahili here. Okay, let me just space these things out. If you select both of them while pressing shift, it allows you to move the both icons at the same time. So you just like select it, like I'm selecting that one, then press shift, select the other one, and then drag them the way you want. Okay, this thing keeps appearing. So there. So we'll just be going through the learning process together. That's basically it, because I'm also a learner. But I'm trying to be better. So the next thing, we need this icon and we need the X icon. I already have that first icon in this. So like you can just copy it. If you don't have it, you can just go to material design, material IO, and then you can search for the icon. That's how it's supposed to be low. Yeah. There, and then we want the words cut, so you can press T there and then write cut. I think it should be bold and big like that. And this other side, okay, I'm going to show you how to go to material IO. I feel like I'd already opened that thingy, but you can search it and then here material.io stroke resources. You see, it will take you and then you'll see it's taking time to load, but you'll see these material icons and then you press there and it will redirect you to this page. So what I need is what do I need? The cancel. I don't know why my video keeps stopping, but okay, so I got it. You come here and pick place image. I hope it won't stop again. And then you go to the downloads where you've downloaded it, and it's the first one there, and I can just press it like that. And then you see those red lines, they help you align this icon. This icon is 20, 22, this one is 24. I feel like they're okay. I could change them if I wanted to. And then the next thing is we want to put this border, which will help to like put these things together, like the image here, and these parts are connected, so we want them to be together. Press the rectangle and then just drag. It could be however high you want and everything. That's right now the main concern isn't like the color of it and how it looks and everything. It's just like placing those things, and then I can put here to show like the image and change its color to maybe white, and then I can put the it's supposed to be like this for the number of items. I can also put it to be white so that it's visible. And then we also need two others. No, these ones we need them to be a little circles. So use the ellipse and the shift. Let's change its color. That one, copy, paste something. Okay, let's reduce its size a bit. Something like that. Okay, let's move them. This is why once I align them, I just like, you see, they can show you the distance, and then also if they're well aligned there. Okay, so we can put the text that here it's number of items dot seven, maybe like 2, and then this side is plus, this side is minus. We need a lot of icons, but these icons are going to be necessary sooner or later, so we just get them. So let's write minus. I don't know if it will come. They remove. We can download it, and then we also need add there. So now we just go on Figma and we upload them. We get them. That one and that one. Okay, where's the subtract? For some reason the subtract just disappeared, but there it is. Let's get the subtract on its own. Remove there, and then we'll put it. You see, the lines help you make sure that they are all aligned, and then we need to repeat this. So I can just select them like this, and then say group selection, and then copy, paste, and then I can just drag it down as many times I want. It doesn't matter the details of it all right now. And then I want to have a total and then a button that says continue. So we can write the total. The good thing is while you're creating the low fidelity prototype or wireframes, it's like when you come to the high fidelity one, you don't have to like stick to it. You can change it. So put amount, and let's make it like not bold, but or semi bold. Just no, let's just keep it regular. We can just put it there as long as it's the same font and everything. Was this the font I was using all along? Yeah. And then we have the button down here that says continue. Like that. And then the last thing that we need is this navigation bar, which I already did here, and I'm just going to like copy them, just take them together. All this copy, and then if I want it to appear properly, you can just select here and paste, and they're still together. And I just drag them to the position where I want, like that. Okay, and we can rename here to semi smoothie cut. I think that's it. It looks the same, right? Like that. Thank you for watching. Bye.